And so I'm just like, I don't know. Like 16 years. Hey fam, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Ignore the fact that I probably look so mashed up right now because it's later in the evening. My family's watching movies and we were watching them. Oh, let me adjust this camera. We were about to start when I decided to come up quickly to make this video because I just wanted to touch base and get a little bit more candid with you guys, because ever since doing like my gender reveal and finding out that I'm having a boy, so much has been going through my mind, right? And I still have yet to do the video where the family and everyone sit down and talk about really how they're feeling about having a boy and just their thoughts, especially hubby's. So this is not that video. That video will come, but this is just me sharing my personal thought. I guess it's more like the apprehensiveness behind it all. When I did the sneak peek and I told you guys about that, I showed it to you guys. Obviously, I did another video following up saying that I had my doubts about whether or not that was accurate, just given that it was easily what's the word, not tampered with, been wrong. We'll just use that word for now. Sorry, my pregnancy brain is not dishing out much more than that. But that it could have been wrong or inaccurate given that hubby was near and that he wasn't out of the... So that's what kind of initiated me going for that other ultrasound to confirm that it was a boy. But I was 14 weeks, I was almost 15 weeks when I did that ultrasound. And when I never told you guys, just to tell you guys how I am and how, you know, just how I handle the situation. I went to this ultrasound and I was just like, I never told her anything. This is just my approach, and this is how I would rather approach it, especially if I'm trying to get confirmation for something. I rolled up and I'm not like, I didn't go and say, oh yeah, so I'm here to confirm, I've gotten information, I know it's a boy. I didn't do any of that. I went and then I essentially just said, like, I would like to find out the gender, and I left it to her. And within like a minute of looking on my ultrasound, she definitely pointed out and said strongly that it was a boy. And I guess that's the difference between like paid ultrasounds that you actually go to find out the gender. They are going to tell you, they're more candid and just, they're not going to hesitate, and they are just like, oh yeah, you know, point blank. Whereas then when you go to like even your 20-week anatomy, they're not like the same way. So anyways, I got confirmation. I got the receipts, okay? I got the pictures and stuff confirming that it was a boy. It all looked legit. I really strongly believed. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing things, and oh yeah, I believe that's a peepee, like what I'm looking at. And I showed it to you guys, and many of you guys said that it reminded you of your boy's ultrasound, so that gave me a lot of hope. Sorry guys, like I'm trying to keep my eyes awake. So that gave me a lot of hope. But then days after that, I'm just like, I don't want to say I'm in my head, but there's just so much doubt. I don't know why. I guess after having 4 girls, it's really still hard to wrap my head around having a son. And this is exactly why I have postponed everything. Like, I literally have not bought a thing for this baby. Correction, I actually bought 2 things, but not deliberately. Like, I recently purchased some maternity clothes through like Time Maternity because they're closing it down in Canada. Okay, so, and I actually came by 2 things while I was there. This, which is, what do you call it? Okay, let's see. Can you see it? What do you call these again? Oh, muslin blanket. I got this one, and it's like almost like a leopard zebra type leopard. It's almost like a zebra type pattern, but it's gray and white. And I got this cute little white hat. And honestly, it was like about $1. I picked those up because those were there on sale, but I have not gone out of my way to buy anything for this baby, not one thing blue to say, okay, it's a boy. I'm just like leaving it because I'm like, seeing it is believing it. And honestly, I guess for the first little while, I feel like I did buy a lot of neutrals with Zoe, even though they said it was a girl. The woman wasn't quite clear on it. She said it was a girl, but you know, I don't know, I just still bought some neutrals before knowing what it was a girl, and so I could just I'm gonna have those kind of clothes to wear. And I'm very excited to get like boy stuff, but I'm just like so apprehensive about picking any up on my own until this baby is born, because I still cannot wrap my head around the idea that it's a boy. It's just it's so weird for me. So it'll be that other video where everyone comes on and talks about how they're feeling and just sharing their thoughts will be very interesting if you can see where my head's at. So that being said, I also kind of went ahead and I kept thinking to myself, I'm gonna wait till my 20-week ultrasound. When I get that answer, it's gonna be solid. I really just wanted to confirm. I wanted it to confirm, and this would be the third confirmation. Like, one of you guys were like, didn't you do like 2 gender reveals? And it was like, no, I did the sneak peek one, and then I actually went to an ultrasound gender reveal that further confirmed the second one. So anyways, I knew that my 20-week ultrasound scan was coming up. I will be talking about that again also in another video, sharing my experience and just how I felt about that whole appointment in general. But I did put all my eggs in one basket in terms of like putting so much weight on it and thinking this ultrasound was gonna solidify my doubts that I've been having for so long, and it just did not really do it for me. The woman herself, she wasn't quite mean, but she wasn't quite nice. And then when I asked her, she did say, it looks like a boy. That was her answer to me. And I'm thinking, okay, that should be good enough for me, because I know it's a boy. I've heard it's a boy. I've gotten blood test confirmation that it's a boy. I've gotten an ultrasound, which I paid for, that stated it was a boy. And now she's saying boy. Like, I have not heard girl one time. None time, okay? And so I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I left and I'm thinking, okay, it's still a boy. But for some reason, it's just so hard to wrap my head around. I just wanted to be candid and share this part with you. And I wonder if any of you parents out there who have ever had, you know, a lot of the same gender, and then you actually are told that you're having the opposite gender. Did you accept it, or did you ever struggle like I did? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that when at my 20-week ultrasound, when I was asking the ultrasound tech, like if it was a boy, or well, asking the ultrasound tech to find out the gender, and she just said boy, she's pointing out things on there that I just couldn't even make out, and that was really frustrating. I think that's a huge difference too, that I don't like between like the paid ultrasound and the typical ultrasound. I feel like I'd rather go pay again. And here in Canada, in the Toronto area, we pay approximately like anywhere from like 70 to like 100 and something, even up to $200, $300, depending on the package that you get to view your baby when you pay for those kind of ultrasounds through 3D and 4D. But they're so much clearer, and you can see your baby like entirely versus these ultrasounds that you get just randomly at the doctor. And to think, I also paid for a disc, to a USB, to get like 10 pictures, and not one of the pictures clearly indicated the sex of the baby, and maybe 2 or 3 of the pictures were clear and the other ones were like of like nothing. And I paid $25 just for these 10 pictures, of which maybe 4 or 5 of them are decent. Yeah, I don't know what it is, because I know with God anything is possible. I prayed for this blessing, so I can't, you know, I don't want to doubt what he can do. I guess I'm just more doubting what the ultrasound techs might, I don't know what I'm doubting. I don't know. So that's just me being super candid with you guys. I just am still in doubt and a little bit of shock, and I am not prepared. That's what this video is going to tell you, is that your girl has not bought anything, and I'm just not, I don't think I'm at the place where I fully just think it's baby boy. Even when I type my posts on my personal Instagram and stuff, I seldom ever say baby boy. I have like maybe in 2 or 3 posts, but I post pictures all the time on the daily, and I never say like yo yo yo, like this is you know what I mean? Like I never really focus on baby boy. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I think it's just I'm so used to having one gender that it probably convinced me for a long time that that's just like what I'm destined to have. So it's just really weird for me after like 4 times to think it's a different gender. And I mean, new learning is going to be a whole different can of worms, right? I don't know anything about boys. Well, okay, I do, but I have never had a little baby boy, so I feel like I need to read up on that. And there's going to be a lot of new learning in the midst of it all, but it's all very exciting. I am at the 20-week mark, the halfway mark. I'm actually 21 weeks in like a day, and by the time you guys see that, I'm definitely 21 weeks, and I'm just like, whoa, okay. So like this is real, and it's going by fast now. So I don't know. I think I'm starting to get more and more used to the idea, and I'm also like starting to refer to him as, you know, he, like little one and him and stuff like that when I talk to the girls. For a long time I was hesitant about using those gender references. I wasn't saying he or, you know, him like that because I think it's just, there's also that scare factor of, I've read of like people who've had who were told of one gender, and then they were bonding with this baby, referring to the baby as like a specific gender, and having to, so in my mind I'm like, I think I'm just like nervous about that too. I don't want to bond with a baby of the wrong sex, and then next thing you know it's like a different sex, and I'm just like, this whole time I was talking to baby boy, or you know. I think in my mind I know it is, because the ultrasound pics very, very, very prominently show things that I have never seen before on ultrasounds with my daughters. So I think I have my confirmation, but I just still, you know, the mind plays tricks on you, and sometimes it's hard to understand certain things, or maybe you just don't want to understand it. So that's just my take on a little bit of what's been going on, why I'm still doubting, why I have still yet to buy a thing for the baby, and just, you know, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna probably wrap up this video because it is already a little bit on the long side, but thanks for talking with me. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos, let me know. I do like to be candid. I do want to do a lot more sit-down videos and talk to you guys and open up a little bit about some of the things that I've been experiencing, how I've truly felt and been feeling about certain things, and yeah, just to connect with you guys, because I know I'm not alone with this. I know other people have obviously gone through this and have probably felt the same way that I do, and that's, you know, that's always helpful and always nice to not feel alone. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye, y'all.